Which video editing software should you use? Well, use whichever one you want. iMovie, that'll work. It's basic and it's simple and it's easy to use and you can go with it. I've never really used it. Now, I thought I needed all the bells and whistles and everything in between. So at one point, I was paying $50-some a month for Adobe, the Adobe suite. And I didn't need 90% of it. I thought it was really cool to have it. Maybe I'd learn it someday. But at $50-some a month, I cut that out. I cut that out about a year in, saying this is crazy. There's got to be something simpler. So I went to and I looked around and I went to Camtasia, and I had Camtasia for 4.5, 5 years. Love it. Really neat. Got a lot of things. Didn't have a lot of AI. Wondering if AI was going to leave it in the dust. And eventually it came out with a transcriber, but it was a separate buy. You had to buy Camtasia and Audiate, and the two work together, but they're two separate annual subscriptions, as it were. And CapCut came along. Well, loved CapCut. Everybody was using CapCut. CapCut is all the rage. They jumped on, I jumped on. I loved it. I loved it for a lot of the AI features and a lot of the just automatic things you could dump in, filters and effects and stickers and so many things. And because I learned a lot of what I know in Camtasia, a lot of that translated over to CapCut. And then earlier this year, CapCut changed its terms and services. And my understanding of the terms and services is CapCut my understanding of the terms and services is CapCut reserves the right to use anything and everything that you made in their software for their own use. They could take your image, your video, your likeness, and use it to promote, to sell, whatever they wanted. And that got a lot of people upset, including myself. Not that I'm a prime target, but I could end up on a lot of posters. I'm not sure which ones, but I could. So I started looking. So I started looking around for. So I started looking around for software, and I obviously just graduated back to Camtasia. And about 3 days after, I signed up for another year of Camtasia, which wasn't a bad thing. I like Camtasia. I know how to use it. But I also know how to use CapCut. And I really like CapCut for all the little extra bells and whistles. But I found Filmora. Filmora looks almost exactly like CapCut. It has a lot of the AI. It has a lot of... They look and act almost, like 95% almost exactly the same. And I got to wondering why. Just why? Well, I found out that, of course we know CapCut is owned by ByteDance, China, and who also owns TikTok. And so we know a lot of the thoughts and controversy and everything like that around TikTok, and CapCut is owned by TikTok, and a lot of TikTok videos are actually made in CapCut. So they work together very, very well. Same company. Now, Filmora is made by a company called Wondershare, also from China. But they look so much alike. Did one copy the other? No. They both farmed out the development of the software to a third party. Both of them had their software made, CapCut and Filmora, got their software developed by the same company. That's why they look almost the same. They act almost the same. They have almost the same bells and whistles. They have almost the same bells and whistles. And I just fell in love with Filmora, kind of like I did with CapCut. Not that there's anything wrong with all three. I've already expressed why I went from A to B to C, as it were. So I'm in with Filmora, and that's what I'm sticking for the foreseeable future. So let's just take a look at just the three of them. So here we've got Camtasia. You've got the four main areas, and I think I can do this. So here's Camtasia. On the left, you've got the media center, where you will load in videos, audio, music. It's showing transitions right there, and they have their menu down the side, which is fine. In the middle is your main screen, where you actually see the video and what's happening to it, where you can make the tweaks by looking at it and seeing exactly what you're creating. On the right-hand side is, well, whatever you happen to have chosen. The options for that choice is over on the right-hand side. So if you chose just audio, you'll have audio features on the right, and video and transitions and stuff. You'll find it over there. And then across the bottom is the timeline. It's basic video editing software. Here's CapCut. Same thing again. Upper right, you've got the media, and you've got all the different options across the top instead of down the side. Then you've got sort of in the middle, you've got the actual media itself, the viewing area for exactly what's going on. On the right, whatever is selected is all the options for what you can do for it on the right. And then the bottom is the timeline. Now, that's CapCut. This is Filmora. It looks a lot alike. The media, menus across the top, specifics of that particular menu item down the side. Same thing for Filmora. Center, you've got the actual video, the view of the video itself. The right-hand side, options for whatever's selected. And the bottom, the timeline. These guys look almost exactly the same. They look almost exactly the same. And so because I got so used to CapCut and got rid of it for the terms and services, I decided to stay with Filmora. I'm already used to it. I'm already up to speed. They've got a lot of AI extras. I'm going to start hitting on those when I start doing Filmora tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I'm staying with Filmora because it's 95% CapCut, but it's not CapCut. Their terms and services are much more private. I appreciate that, at least as far as we know. I understand that both CapCut and Filmora are two different companies that both originate in China. I get that. Camtasia is by TechSmith. And I'm pretty sure TechSmith is an American company. Can't say for sure, didn't look into it. But those are the three, and this is why I'm sticking with Filmora. And all three of these are fairly easy to use. The more you use it, the easier it gets. And that's the fun of it. If you like to learn how to edit video, all of these are fun to use. You use all the little this and that. Filmora has a lot more AI features built in, as does CapCut. And Filmora and CapCut are less expensive than Camtasia. Don't ask me why. I'm not on that end of things. But that's the reason why Filmora is my choice, and that's what I'm sticking with. And you can make your choice. And a lot of the stuff that is learned in one piece of software is translatable to the others. It's video editing. It's just what you get used to and what you like. Filmora is my choice moving forward.